Hey guys! The office has been quiet this week, partly because everyone's ill, but mostly because Lucy's been away in Japan, a fact that's made Tamor bitterly jealous.
Tam, what are you doing?
It should be me, Dave. I should be the one in Japan. She doesn't love it like I do. Stop wearing the same shirt as me.
So, to placate Tam, this week we're doing anime. Better, Tam?
Specifically, anime that deserves a good live-action adaptation. Hollywood's already got its hands on Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Death Note, but here are 6 anime that we think deserve a shot on the big screen.
Fist of the North Star is one of the few animes that you consult in an elevator pitch. Fist of the North Star is Mad Max with martial arts. If that elevator pitch isn't good enough for you to buy what I'm selling, maybe you should get out my elevator. The classic anime and manga series has everything you could want from an action movie. An enigmatic hero with amazing eyebrows, a post-apocalyptic wasteland full of kung fu biker gangs, and badass fight sequences where people do insane things like this. Given that the series has dozens of manga volumes and over 100 anime episodes, there's a lot of material to cover. I think sticking close to the source material will not only be a compelling introduction to the nuclear ravaged world and the weirdos living in it, but it will also stop people from
Dragon Ball has never been made into a live-action movie.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
No Dragon Ball has ever been made into a live-action movie.
Alright. Denial isn't just a river in Egypt, but if there's one thing that needs to be thrown into a body of water, it's the terrible, disgusting, the insult to the fandom, Dragon Ball Evolution.
I'm not saying the movie would have to be the same as the anime, but as Dragon Ball is one of the great granddaddies of the genre, it certainly deserves better than the piss-poor effort that James Wong offered up to long-time lovers of Goku, Piccolo, Bulma, and Gohan. Maybe a 2-hour feature wouldn't be able to get into the deeper aspects of an anime that spanned generations, but if you throw in some of the best martial artists, character actors, and CGI specialists in the business, then I think we can finally get a sweet Kamehameha on the big screen that isn't an affront to my eyes, even if I have to collect all the Dragon Balls and wish it for myself.
And while we're on the subject of animes that deserve better, let's just forget that the Attack on Titan movie exists and just try again, yeah?
Psycho-Pass is a thought-provoking crime drama set in a dystopian future. It grapples with themes of morality, mental health, and authoritarianism, all while telling a thrilling story about cops tracking down a mysterious serial killer. If you're trying to figure out how it'd work as a movie, think Minority Report meets Seven. The series takes place in a world where advancements in surveillance have allowed for people's mental states to be monitored and their likelihood of committing crimes predicted. The series digs into the ethics of judging people based on their potential to commit crime and explores what happens when someone figures out how to subvert the mechanisms behind that.
Hold on! What are you planning to do now?
I'm going to stand next to this woman named Yuki Funahara, and I'm going to kill her. Right before your eyes.
The dynamic between criminals and the enforcers, the rules governing crime coefficients, and the rogue agent turning the whole thing upside down alone would make for an interesting viewing experience. But Psycho-Pass has a stunning futuristic world that would be really cool to see on a big screen. Also, have you seen the rad talking gun that decides who needs to die?
Contrary to popular belief, not every anime is nosebleeds, crazy hairstyles, and shouting at the screen. Alright, a lot of them are, but they can also be funny, witty, and pretty charming too.
One of my personal favourites is the Saikyo hero himself, Saitama, the One Punch Man. While many action-heavy anime series use the brawling as an element to the plot, One Punch Man turves the long battles on their heads and adds a healthy dose of comedic charm. As our hero can take down any foe with one punch, he's on a quest to find an adversary that can stand up to his strength. The awesome visuals, the hilarious and eclectic cast of superheroes, mixed with old-school supersized monsters, is just begging for the big screen treatment. In a post-Deadpool age, we know there's an audience for the hilarious, larger-than-life characters who also wear spandex. The hardest part of this movie won't be the visuals, won't be the locations, won't be generating the giant monsters. It'll be finding a lead actor that will pull off Saitama's unique and shiny look.
I'm unique and shiny.
Tam, no.
Everyone loves a good underdog story, but when it comes to anime, few are as inspiring and as heartwarming as that of Makunochi Ippo, a bully teenager that becomes one of Japan's most fearsome boxers. 2015's Creed showed there's still plenty of life in the sports drama genre, and Hajime no Ippo's Japanese setting would give it a unique new flavour. Its main character is a well-meaning, hard-working optimist and someone you can't help but love. He starts off a meek victim, but when he's saved from bullies by a passing boxer, he's forced to do some soul-searching. Ippo's journey to the top of Japanese boxing is full of ups and downs. It's a journey of self-discovery where he's forced to fight through his own physical, mental and social limitations to become a better, stronger man. The series pits him against a range of strange, larger-than-life opponents. Of course, there's also Ippo's colourful comrades at Kamogawa Gym. They each have their own struggles, whether it's trying to break onto the world stage or struggling to remain relevant despite an obvious lack of boxing ability. They also inject some levity, making Hajime no Ippo one of the funniest animes out there.
Studio Ghibli has often been compared to Disney, and Howl's Moving Castle is one such example that shows why these great movies deserve to be compared with the best.
This movie is one of the most financially successful ventures in Japanese movie history, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and the visuals have been widely praised by critics the world over. Howl's Moving Castle isn't quite the visual spectacle that Spirited Away is, but as a story, as an adventure, as a tale of love and friendship and awesome castles, it's unparalleled. And it's a story that deserves to be told in every medium. Its English dub even features some big-name actors such as Christian Bale and Billy Crystal, and while they might not be the best choices for the live action, it shows the scope and the integrity and the admiration this movie has in the industry. If the likes of Peter Pan, 101 Dalmatians and Beauty and the Beast can get on the big screen, then why can't a young girl, cursed by a witch, a charming wizard with his migratory castle inhabited by a fire spirit, get its own live action version? So those are our top picks for animes that deserve a shot, or another shot, at their very own IRL adaptation. If you've got any animated adventures you'd love to see, then leave your suggestion in the comment section below. But until next time, make sure you eat your senzu beans and subscribe to GameSpot.